What's up? What's up? Welcome to episode 5. How y'all
Don't
doing?
cross the line when you messing with us. Okay. What's going
Period.
on in the news
Period.
though?
Period. Girl, a lot, but not a lot.
No, it is
So,
a lot for real if you
yeah,
think
I
about it.
mean, what you was just talking about though, like that whole attack in Afghanistan with Biden. And I'm just like, yo, we voted you in office to like make sure we good, and he over here about to start wars and stuff. So I'm just praying that everything kind of calms down with that. But that's just a lot in itself for real, and it's just been crazy. Like everybody just needs to go look all of that up. It's crazy over there. But also, so do you know who Shakari Richardson is? The track. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so I don't know if you've been following it, but like she was talking a lot of stuff, and then she apologized for it, and she had a race this past week, and she came in last place. So everybody was just like, there's like, you had the good people that was like, oh, just because she got in last place, it's okay. And then the other ones was like, that's what she get for talking all that mess, like thinking she was the best when you was doing a little bit too much. But the other day she posted something on her Instagram and basically was just like, I don't really need no supporters. I don't need nobody following me and just doing all of this and that. And everybody was just like, so do you want people to support you or not? Like, do you want us to have your back or not? Like you doing too much. I'm like, sis needs to sit down. Like
I
she
ain't
doing
see
a lot.
that, but I need to go see
Girl,
that.
yes. I
So
was like, what?
wow. Okay. That's all I
Right.
gotta say. Gotta
I'm
go check that
like,
out.
oh, I hope she change her ways because I think she just need a good team around her to show her like how she really supposed to carry herself now that she in the light.
Well, she already showed who she really is in the light, so it's kind of too
Yeah.
late
A little too
in
late.
a way. Yes.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so have you seen the Aretha Franklin movie?
Mm-mm. No.
It's good, but it's long, sis.
How
I mean,
long?
like 3 hours long.
Dang. What is it
Girl,
about? Like, what is the concept of the movie?
it's about her life, but it's like her life up into like they didn't even get to the 2000s of her life as she got older. It was like until she turned 25 or something. So it was still like in the ninth. Yes. I'm like, y'all spent 3 hours on this movie and that's all y'all gave us. Don't get me wrong, the content within that was really good, but it was just like everything was kind of dragging out, and it was like, okay, y'all could have kind of left some parts out so that it can go through her whole life. Like that was the point of the movie, not to just show part of her life. Like only one part of it. But it was good. It was just so long, and I was just like, this that movie where you got to take pauses through it and everything.
So you mean tell me a movie was 3 hours long about her life until she like 25? What did she
hmm
do? Never mind. I'm gonna have to go
I
watch
mean, cause
it.
it's like it starts from like when she was young and like her and her parents' situation. So it shows her like growing up in the house and how her young life was, and then it shows how it transitioned to her becoming like Aretha Franklin in the music business and how she got into the music business.
Oh,
But
okay.
that was it. It just showed more of like her entering that world more than her entering the world and being in that world for a long time.
So I feel like they should have did series then, like how they did New Edition and stuff. If it was that long, then they should do some more because she has
I
a long
agree.
life.
Yeah,
So
that's what I said. And like also for the fact that they left, like they were showing good parts, but then did not complete it. So it left you like, so what happened? Type of thing, or like, what was next? But yeah, you bring up a good point. They should have just did like it how New Edition was.
I guess I gotta check that out too.
Yes,
I've
yes, but
been
you gotta go
behind.
see it. What
And
else
where
been
is it
going
at?
on?
Where is it at though?
We went to go see it in the movies. Like that
Also,
was
it's
my
at
first
the
time back.
theaters.
Yeah, that was my first time back in the theaters. But yeah.
Check it out.
Right.
Okay. What
What else going
else?
on in the news, y'all?
So I seen. Well, I didn't even get to watch. I ain't been watching nothing. Let me just put that out there.
What?
But
Oh
Wild and Out is
Lord.
back on. I seen the
Yes.
advertisements. I gotta go check it out because that's a show I really, really, really like. So y'all go watch Wild and Out. Tell us how it is.
Mhm.
Um, I seen Kanye wanting to change his name to Ye.
I ignore.
Kanye, okay, I gotta give it to Kanye though because I've been, working on my branding, getting the business, get things, in motion. He is a good advertising branding
He
person.
is.
You
He
gotta
is.
give it to him. That's what he doing.
That's why he's such a headache. But like, you can't stop his game. Like,
You can't, because they
he
gonna watch
good.
anyway. So Kanye, I gotta give it to you.
Yeah, he's good.
So
He's good.
yes. What else? Okay, Cash Doll, my girl Cash Doll, Wale,
Mhm.
and what's his name?
Mhm.
Eric. They just dropped a new song, Single and Happy. New theme song of the year.
I love Cash Doll. I just love her energy.
Yes, yes, yes. And lastly, I just seen this, but Saweetie and Quavo supposed to be
Oh
back
yeah,
together.
I be
What you
minding
think
my
about
own
that?
business. Answered it before you even asked.
What you think about that one?
Mm-mm. I don't want no parts. I hope all is well if they back together. And if they not back together, well, they'll be okay. Like, I don't
They was
know.
cute. They was cute or
Yeah, they
whatever.
are. They cute. They really are a cute couple.
What about, I know you caught up on Raising Kanan?
Yes. See, I
You
told you the
caught up
next time.
up?
I told you the next time you hear from me, I'm gonna have to. I'll be watching all the episodes. I
Cool.
told you, come on, promise, y'all.
Cool. So how you like it?
I like it. However, it's not like the other powers. Like, it's very slow compared to everything else, like what we've seen in the past. But I do like how he transitioned it to something different. Like, I would have never expected it to be ran like this. So I kind of like it though. I just
hmm
needed to like move a little faster. Like, okay, what's happening
Cause
next?
like what I'm seeing is that 50 Cent wasn't always like a thug. Like it's it's like how he got into it, like how he slowly got
Hmm.
into it. I wouldn't even have thought the way how he act. That's how his story would have been. So
No, for
it's
sure.
a little different. And then I think they might be dragging it because I feel like the mom got to die soon.
I
'Cause
think so too.
so they want to have her in there a little bit, probably a whole
Hmm.
season at least.
I
'Cause
like
she
her.
is a
She's
good
really a
character.
good. I was
Yeah,
about to say
like
she's a great actress, like wonderful. She is the show. I must say, like I be like, girl, I be like, oh, she's a bad one. I want to be like her.
yeah,
'Cause
because she
she
is
keep it.
gonna die.
Yes.
So that's probably why they dragging it. That's probably why.
Hmm.
This might move faster. That's my guess.
Yeah, but I am. It got me intrigued, so I like it.
Cool, cool. So what about that crate challenge?
Girl, bye. I'm not doing that at all. I'm not
I
playing
ain't
on my
gonna
face.
lie. I'm not doing it
I was about to
unless
say, did you do it? Unless
unless
some money.
unless
Okay.
big money is involved, because I don't care about falling. But I ain't trying
Heck,
to break nothing, like
Look, I do if we have a little setup on the side. You know how it be in the when you doing gymnastics and you practice it, how they got we
yes.
need all of that on the side. So if I fall, I ain't hurting myself. Then I do it
Yes.
as many times as I need to. So I got it right. I'll be just
Yes.
fine.
I'm not doing it and just break my leg or
uh,
ankle or sprain. I'm not doing it.
Talk about somehow
I
you hurt yourself doing a crate challenge.
I told myself no. I said on Twitter I'd rather go skydiving again before.
Okay, and that speaks volume by itself. Like what? Mm-mm.
Literally. I applaud to everybody out there who did it, just to have the
Okay,
balls to do it.
the girl who did it with her heels on, sis. I said, what? Girl, I can't even walk on regular ground with my heels on this place. Let alone on some crates. I'm trying to be like her.
Yeah, me too.
But anything else in the news? Oh, Aaliyah.
Mm,
Yes, her music on Spotify. Finally.
I've
It's
been
like
seeing
about
it.
time that they did that. Well, I do understand why it took so long, but they could have been did this a long time ago. It did not need to take this amount of time.
Hmm.
But I'm excited. Anything else?
Nope, not that I
No.
got. No news for me. But
Bet.
anybody, I don't know. Let us know.
Let us know what we miss in the news that's been happening these past weeks.
It has been extremely hot outside.
Girl. Oh, and the flooding here. I I can't take rain no more. Like it flooded again today in different places.
Wait, it's
It's
been raining?
Yes, like I had to go on a road today. It was pouring down raining. And then we got back and some of the streets were flooded. People was already talking about how they like cars on the freeway. They were talking about how they had to close some of the freeway down because of the flooding. I'm like, come on now, y'all. Y'all gotta do something different. This right here, I can't take it no more. This flooding for
Wow.
the
Because
birds.
Grand Rapids haven't even been having no rain. Like
Really?
it'll rain maybe once every couple days, but
Mm-hmm.
for a flood, no, we ain't been having that much rain. It's just been hot,
That's crazy.
humid.
Yeah. Oh, you sound upset. Hot, humid.
Cause like my job
It
be
was.
freezing. I come outside, I'm like, dang.
Girl, terrible. Terribly hot
Mhm.
out here.
But I
But,
think that's pretty much all in the news, honestly.
mm-hmm.
Yes.
So
So
y'all
is
ready
y'all
for this
ready?
episode?
It's a good episode.
I think so too. I think it's a great one. What we talking about today? What we talking about?
Don't cross that line with
Okay.
whoever. Whoever. So we definitely got some good conversation coming behind this one, honestly. But to start, like for everybody, just in general, do you think that setting boundaries, like in life, do that come easy or hard for you? And
Mm.
think about
Sis
that.
like threw it right out. Like dang, we even who boundaries? Is it easy? Yes.
Setting boundaries.
To no, setting boundaries for some people are easy, but just like I think it's hard trying to tell people like those boundaries or trying to like stick to them. I think it's hard, but I think we all know like in our head and know what our boundaries are. Like knowing about your boundaries is easy, but trying to set them and tell people is difficult. What
I
about you?
think setting boundaries is hard, period. The whole process. Not, I
Mhm.
think in the past it was harder, but now when I start realizing things and start seeing like people take advantage and things like that, I notice like it is hard. But
Mhm.
first, when you setting the boundary for somebody, like I feel
Yeah.
like when in the process of your head, yes, it is
It's
complicated.
complicated,
In
yeah.
the process of your head of setting the boundary, like you literally have to think, and then when you try to process it and say it to somebody, it's not like what you think. Or some people don't even have them. That be the real problem. Some people don't even have them, and then when
Mhm.
people cross you and come all these different ways, you didn't even have them in the beginning. So that's why I
Right.
feel like it's hard because people don't even have them, and then when you create them, you can't stick to them. So I
Mm.
definitely agree with you were saying. So
I think also like what you said is I think honestly a lot of people don't even know what boundaries are. I think that you learn boundaries as you get older and you like end up in situations or dealing with different things in life, and you start to realize like what you thought you didn't have to set a boundary on, or what you thought was just, life. It's like, whoa, like I need to set a boundary right there. Like I can't, have this person calling me at this time, or I can't be doing this or that type of thing. So I think it comes as you get older, or just as you, deal with life issues and situations.
Yeah,
It
it's
just
more,
kind of
it's
pop
like you
up.
gotta learn from it where you should have said it
Hmm.
in the beginning or had that time. Nope, never, because you still giving them chances. That's what I'm saying. I had to change. Like I say this past couple weeks, I had to change and just say, no more chances. You cross me now, like you gonna cross me again.
That's true.
It,
See, I feel like I'm both ways. I feel that I keep notes of what people did. So I'd be like noted. But my boundary be like a time frame. Like it be a time frame. Like, okay, I'm just not messing with that person for now, but then I'll start rocking with them again. So I think it's like I can't I don't stick to my boundaries. I
that's
already know I
that's
don't.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like it's
Yeah.
hard to stick to it. And then when
Yeah.
the person do cross you the first time, look, okay, it's messed up. But when the person cross you the first time, now you got that feeling like they gonna cross you again, or you it's just not right anymore. Like that's just how life is.
Mhm.
Now you gotta mess with this person a certain way moving
Right.
forward.
Like you more cautious of it. You be like, all right, let me look at this and let me see that type of thing. I don't think you just be like, yeah, let me watch that person now. Mm-mm.
It's just that, like the whole concept of boundaries. It be the people, the devil worshippers, and their spirit is really iffy. Yes. And I think like COVID, at post COVID, will woke me up even more on it of just paying more attention and like different weird iffy vibes going on. So
So like, say that you set a boundary for somebody, and then you did not, keep that boundary in line, and they cross it again. Are you upset with them, or are you upset with yourself? Like,
yourself,
so you wouldn't be mad at the other person for crossing that boundary though, like crossing that line
after
after you
okay,
already told them. So like
told
you
them,
told them, yeah, like you set the
uh
boundary, you told them, right? But then it's like you ain't really keep up with the boundary yourself, like saying what you just said, and the person didn't either, and like they crossed that line. But can you really be mad at them when you ain't really,
it depends on what it is too, but I feel like I should be mad at myself and them.
Mhm.
Because like if we're forming this relationship or whatever, we got friendship or whatever, if I told you something, you should hold me reliable on what I said. And if I didn't hold on to what I said, it's my fault too. So it's really both of our fault at the end of
Mhm.
the day. I'm upset at both real because now yeah,
Mhm.
because you
Yeah.
know what I said. If I said don't call me at past 11 o'clock, don't call me, and you still call me,
They be testing it.
and then I answered, look, I answered like, and just like, no, like that's just a simple example, but no,
But
it's
that's
both
the
of our
truth.
fault.
That clears it out. Like literally, that's how it goes. So
I feel
you
that.
just gotta be upset at both.
Yes. Don't just be selfish and be mad at the other person. It's your fault too. So,
Right. So do you feel like with setting boundaries that you need to tell people? Or do you feel like you can set your own boundary and not tell that person? You know?
both. Both.
Both.
I think with life, if you becoming a new person and you evolving in life and you got all these new boundaries, like if you feel like you ain't gotta really tell nobody, you don't. Cause some people, if you know this is how this person already rocking, then you know it's not gonna work. So I feel like with life and now, and you setting up new boundaries, you can definitely definitely not have to tell them. If you evolve and you about to leave a lot of people behind for certain reasons and reasons why you see they ain't gonna change, then I feel like you ain't gotta keep explaining yourself.
Mm, mm,
So
that's good right there.
it depends.
That
That's
was a
good
good
right
one too.
there. People
What you
love to
say?
vent and drink, and they be going through things and take things on the wrong way. Yes, you got to tell them. Yeah, you do got to tell them, but
Yeah,
I'm not about to keep telling you.
repeating myself.
No. One time only. If you see I'm trying to change, if you see I don't really want to drink like that no more, you still want to drink, that's
But
another
I also
example.
feel like that shows people true colors and how much they rocking with you. Because,
Mm-hmm.
for example, like yours that you just gave, if I'm telling you I don't want to drink or smoke or do whatever anymore, and you know that that's a boundary that I'm trying not to do, and you cross that by
Yeah, help
inviting me
me.
somewhere or asking me to come drink and stuff with you, then it's like you don't even care. Like you not, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yes.
you, that means that you really just for yourself. You don't even care about what I'm trying to set in stone or like my new way of trying to live. So I think in that instance, it's like, all right, you know what you did. I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna say, but then I'm gonna keep it moving because it's like, wow, like you didn't even respect the boundary that I just told you about, you know? So I think
Yes.
it's a respect thing too. It
It's
shows people.
definitely a respect thing. And then sometimes people be like, oh, I forgot. I forgot you said that. Okay, you forgot this time. Do not ask me to keep going out to eat and keep drinking. You know I'm trying to lose weight. I'm just saying, like, it just be the principle.
That
Like,
sounded so personal.
you ain't forgot. I'm just gonna keep throwing examples out there because
Right.
I'm sick. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it.
He threw that one out, y'all. How
Personal or
y'all feel
not,
about it?
let us know.
Mm-hmm. So
But
like,
go
go ahead.
ahead, you go.
Uh-uh.
Let-
No, no, no. I already asked
nah,
my question.
nah.
You go.
So when we thinking about different boundaries and different type of people, and let's just go around the whole circle. Like, let's just start. So we got
Okay.
relationships.
Mm-hmm.
What are the boundaries that you set in relationships
Relationships like
with a
dating.
guy? Yep, dating.
Okay, okay, okay. Cause I'm like, there's all relationships.
Let's dig deep in the gutter
Dig
right now.
deep, dig deep. Okay, so I definitely feel like you have to set boundaries in a relationship with dating. I mean, I think that that's like once you develop that y'all are something, like y'all are boyfriend and girlfriend and that y'all serious about it, I think that you have to I feel like it's boundaries but also like guidelines, like don't, we out eating and some girls say like, something to you, thank you and keep it moving. Don't fall into it or if your guy telling you to do, to do different, I think it's like those type of boundaries that would need to be set. But um, yeah, I think that is definitely you need to set boundaries though in a dating relationship.
Yeah, with dating, it's a lot, honestly. Like, I know I done went over my word a lot with like relationships, dating,
Mhm.
and that's something really, really key to like in general, like having a guy. If you want the guy to come over to your house or not, or if you want certain things, like you just gotta have that within yourself and have that conversation within yourself before even dating, or you're gonna keep going over the boundaries that you said that
Mhm.
you weren't gonna do. So yes,
Mhm.
you totally have to keep things real. These men can't even do that for real. They can't. That's one thing I hate is a liar.
Okay.
Liar.
Shoot, with everything, or even like sometimes like girls set boundaries with as they're talking to somebody, like, oh, I'm not going to have sex with this person after one date type of thing. So it's like all different kind of boundaries that you can have. And like those are the ones that you can either keep to yourself or you can
Hmm.
share it with that person. Like, hey, like, I want to wait until this to then, have sex or I don't want to, like you said, I don't want you to come to my house after a certain time or, different things like that.
And then I feel like now with them, honestly, for me, just processing life, I'm not even telling no guys my boundaries no more. I feel like if you mess up and not mess up, but like if you're, that's just showing me that you're not gonna be my type in a way. Like I shouldn't
Mm.
have to sit here and tell you I'm not gonna have sex with you, and like, why is that on your mind right now in the first day? Like anyway, so if I feel like you're throwing that
Cause
out
they a
there,
guy though.
I understand they a guy. I know that's wild, but like I don't know.
But
I
I
just
don't
want to
think
see
that
where
that's
your mind
something,
at.
you know what I'm saying? I don't think that you need to tell them, like, I'm
Yeah.
not having sex or something like that. I don't think that that's something you should really say out loud. I think that's a mind boundary. But then it's like, if we're dating and you have that type of boundary, then that's something that you have to talk to your partner too about, because it's like, then you leaving them in the dark and hoping that they know. Like, you laying down and they like, why? You know what I'm saying? You like, because I'm not. Like, you like, they didn't know.
It's just weird. No, you know what? You want to know a good boundary for guys though, dating or
What?
just in general, that they scared of
What?
getting tested.
Girl, you honestly,
Let's talk about that. Like if you sit here and tell somebody,
yeah, you
like,
right.
let's get tested, that might scare you. That might just scare them away. Honestly,
But that shows so much in
yes.
itself.
You
Like,
just got to start testing the world. Like,
shoot, I would even you like if you responded no so fast like that. Wow, that speaks a lot. Like, yeah,
yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot to talk about with the guys. I ain't even gonna lie
right.
to
I was
y'all.
about to say like it's a lot, but at the end of the day, you need to set boundaries in any relationship with dating, especially like your partner, because y'all got to be on the
Hmm.
same page. End of the day,
Yeah, yeah, you do.
right? So, what about like with with friendships with guy friends and with girlfriends, like setting boundaries?
Honestly, the guy friends perspective is harder. Cause like
Mhm.
for me, honestly, growing up, I had a lot of guy friends. I still have a lot of guy friends. I have more guy friends than I have that are girl friends. So people, it's really more of like, okay, y'all had that conversation. This is what you can and can't do. If we just friends, we just friends. So anything that you look at me far as sexually or anything out in that subject shouldn't even be a topic. Like we friends, that's that. People are gonna talk outside of our friendship regardless. That's just
Mhm.
how it is. If they see you cool with a lot of guys, they're gonna talk about it. So if
Mhm.
y'all had that understanding, y'all had that relationship, that bond to the point that okay, we're not gonna listen to what people say, but we still cool. Don't give them a reason to even believe that we got something going on because now you might be dating somebody, I might be dating somebody, it might mess everything up. Then we can't really, then that your significant other don't even trust you no more, as far as having friends that are females. So that's my perspective on guys. On girls that's friends, I don't know. I a lot that goes on, a lot of not respecting one another. With girls, it's way harder. So like y'all should have like a heart to heart conversation, you know, as we young and just growing older because we're gonna do different things. But with
Mm.
females, it's just harder. It's harder to process. I say like with a guy and having that relationship with a guy, as setting boundaries is easier, but the outside is gonna talk. But with friendships with girls, it's harder, and y'all just gonna mess it up yourself. Like y'all gonna mess it up. I don't think the outside can really mess up friendships a
Mm.
lot with women. So
Mm. I like
that's
your
my
theory over
perspective.
there.
I got theories now. I
Theory 101 with Keisha.
got theories now.
I I do agree with you when it comes to guy boundaries, because I'm the same way. Like, I have a lot of guy friends, but I think that my boundaries will come more into play when I have like when I'm dating. I've seen a lot, because I mean, when you just friends with guys, I think it's things that's just kind of like unspoken boundaries that And I think that if they cross it, that's when it becomes like something that I need to speak about. But I've never ever had to deal with that where I needed to say something to them because it was just kind of like, oh, we know not, not to cross that line with her. But I think that if I'm dating and like my guy is around, I think that those are certain boundaries. Like, don't do certain things with my guy and with my boyfriend right here by me, or
Mm.
or just saying different things. I think that it's a boundary when it comes to that. But also, you should just know what kind of guy friends you have. Like, if you have some disrespectful guy friends, then of course those boundaries are going to get. They're not even going to be paying attention to them. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think that is definitely something that come into play first when you have actually like a boyfriend, because your boyfriend is going to unintentionally sometimes maybe jealous, or not even jealous, in on a fence about you having guy friends. But when it comes to girls, I do think that a lot is more within your friendship group with the boundaries. But I do
Mhm.
think that it's a lot of boundaries that you do need to set in place, like what's cool and what's not cool when it comes to like friendships. Like don't talk about somebody else in a friend group behind the other person's back, like just say in a face type of thing, or like those, or have my back when we somewhere type. So I think it's those type of boundaries that need to be set within your girl friendships. But I do think that it's more of like in the inside. Can't nobody on the outside mess up your friendship for real,
Especially with
unless you let
yeah,
them.
with females, yeah. It and then social media, that be the thing. That really be the reason why a lot of
Mhm.
boundaries is just down the hole. When it leaves
Mm.
the argument between y'all, between others, and it gets to social media and not a world see, that be messing the whole thing up.
But
I
like,
ain't gonna
see, like
lie.
that's a boundary in itself. Like, don't let nobody get in between us. Like, if we not getting along, like let's communicate that to each other. Let's not have this person and that person in our business, or why we not getting along, or in our ear trying to tell us why we shouldn't be friends. I like that's a big boundary in itself, because if we gonna let just everybody say what they gotta say about our friendship, then our friendship don't mean nothing at the end of the day.
I feel that.
Yeah.
But yeah, dang, that's hard too. So we done talked about friends, girls, guys, relationships.
Mhm. I
What
mean, when you
about,
was talking about social media though.
yeah, social media and friendships? I don't know. Everybody had their own personalities, and then they let social media fill their head up. That's what I feel about that. Like, they watch what other people do, see how other friendships got all these goals, got all these, it's just social media has a perspective on life and setting boundaries. What about setting boundaries for social media?
Right.
Literally, like, let's have a conversation like what should be on social media about us, what shouldn't, especially when you're dating or in a relationship for real, because that's where a lot of relationships end up going down the hole because of social media. Yes, I could be crazy as hell, but be really hating the fact that us women have a lot of guy friends, but woo,
But they
I
be
don't even
cool
know what a message
people. But they
with.
be cool people though. Start thinking we all be having sexual flavors with them. Have the time you don't. With these girls are wishy washy and weird. They have time be rolling with enemies. They think they have good friends.
Yeah, and then setting boundaries, that's a big one for the girl groups or girlfriends,
Right.
because the enemy, like how everybody got somebody that they don't like in a friend group, and they be like, okay, so if I don't like this person, we all don't like this person.
Mhm. Mhm.
Or you end up not being cool, so we not cool. Now I'm gonna go hang with your enemy type of thing. Like, nah, that is a big boundary y'all need to set in the
Or
beginning.
telling our business.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
That'd be
that's
another one.
another one. That's another one.
But what you was talking about with social media and boundaries, I think um that social media, it's like a boundary within itself. But I think there's two different kinds, like the boundary that you have with people on social media, and then like the social media platforms. Like, I'm not about to be on this social media at this time, or I'm only gonna
Mhm.
follow these type of people, or I'm only putting this on my social media account type of thing. Like, those are those type of boundaries. But then you got boundaries with people on social media, like who you following, who you not talking to, or DMs, all of that.
I ain't gonna lie. I definitely feel that we just had this conversation. So I'm just gonna
But
go ahead and say it because when I say this, I'm gonna put it in a video and I'm gonna post it. So
okay, what?
y'all, with social media, you definitely need to set a boundary as far as
Mm,
positivity, negativity, what you
we
want
ain't
to
gonna
see
talk
in
about
your
that.
everyday life. So if you are deleted, I just want to say this. I just feel that
This
you're not
is your
bringing any
warning.
positivity in my life, So moving forward, I need more positivity on my timelines,
And
stories.
don't take
So
that to the heart either.
don't take it to the heart. It ain't nothing wrong. I just don't want to see it no more. I'm on something
On a
else.
different
So
level.
I just want to say that.
With a different level come new, different boundaries.
Yes, different boundaries.
Hmm.
That's a good
For real.
topic.
Okay. Levels to these boundaries. Say on display.
Level. That's what it should have been called.
No, for real though.
Yes, we talking about levels over here now.
Okay. How y'all feel about boundaries? Like, do y'all set boundaries in any friendship, relationships? Or are y'all just like easy, smooth, no boundaries at all? Let me know,
And
let
then
us
I
know.
feel like sometimes some people are do have that good vibe to where you ain't even really got to set the boundary for real. Like y'all just click and
Mm-hmm.
y'all just connect. Now, if you find
Because
somebody
you
like
just
that,
know.
y'all keep them around.
Yeah.
For
Okay.
real. So
That's true. What's some
what
other
a-
type of boundaries?
what about so we both went to school,
Mm-hmm.
both went to college. So
Right.
we got well, we touched on friendships. What about teachers, professors, mentors, and what about those boundaries within the classroom? We got to give them a little perspective on that.
okay, with professors or teachers, obviously that's hard. Okay, because I think in college, your boundary with your professor sometimes may be different than it is before college. Like, no teacher or student should be dating type of thing. Like, that's a boundary that should not be crossed. But when you in college and in grad school or whatever, y'all more closer in age, so it's like that's a rule that you don't supposed to do, but some people may do it.
It's a rule.
Um, at some schools, like, professors don't, like, if that student is in your class, you don't supposed to talk to them, or you don't supposed to have any sexual whatever relationship with them. So, but that's only in some places. But other than that, I can't think of no other for real, like, boundary you should have with like your teacher. Obviously, like a respecting, um, but yeah, not with classmates.
Mm.
It'd be just like boundaries in my head. Like, there's only certain people that I'm gonna hang out with after this class. Don't expect for us to be like buddy buddy. We're only here in a class. Like, that's a boundary. Or yeah, like, yeah.
Yeah.
What about you?
I just feel that with school, we all working towards the same goal. So we all trying to,
Mhm.
graduate, get our degree or whatever. But setting boundaries in school, like classmates, like, okay, we got no group projects. I just gotta touch on that. I'm sorry.
Oh my
Group
God, yes,
projects. Y'all
girl.
get on my y'all get on my
Freaking
nerves
nerves, for
with
real.
the group projects and just responding when you want to respond and like we that should be something you really set a boundary up front. And then
Mhm.
like the syllabus that you have with the professor, I done had situations where I turn in work or they lose my work or some misunderstanding was with a class and I could have almost failed the class. So like I look at a syllabus as like your word, like a contract. So if you
Mhm.
talking to a professor, you got to stick to your word. And if
Mhm.
I lack, it's my fault. If you lack, it's your fault. Let's have that boundary and set this and have this together because you can be messed over in college a lot. We just don't
Mhm.
really think about that, but you can. Even with grades and like other people in charge, the records office, the account office, the financial aid office, like if you really think like real deep within that, it can be a lot to mess you over, honestly.
Yeah,
So
and some have been,
I ain't even really think that I
unfortunately.
was gonna think that it was gonna be that much in college, but it is a lot of boundaries that you gotta set with people.
Yeah, I think honestly, shoot, that's when I realized a lot of boundaries. To be honest, like
I gotta go
that's when
home,
I
go
was
to
like,
sleep.
huh?
I said I used to be like, I gotta go home, go to sleep, or I gotta go to
Yes,
work.
like there was so
Yes.
many boundaries that you just started to learn while you were in college. It was just like, oh, whoa, never knew I needed to like set that type of boundary or, but I think more though was honestly like personal boundaries that you needed like to set for yourself as you were just
Mm-hmm.
going through college. But
Partying,
yeah, like all of
everything.
that.
Am I gonna stay up, mix my liquor tonight? Like I
Right,
got an
like
8 a.m.
what am I doing? Like, am I gonna go to class? How many classes am I gonna skip? I know I only can skip 6 classes through the semester. When I'm gonna miss a class, or am I gonna miss any classes? Like, am I gonna drop this class? Like, there's a lot of different boundaries. Like, how far are you gonna go with different things?
That's a shame when we was setting them boundaries within ourselves that we was sitting here talking about like, yep, it's 6 classes we can skip, so we gonna space them out.
Mhm,
Like we used
mhm.
to finesse our way. That's
See, or
funny.
even like 6 to 9, like all of that. Like, you were setting a boundary for yourself.
Mm, boundaries in everyday life, I guess.
Okay.
I really ain't think it was that deep in college. Like that is literally when
Neither.
we start making them though, because we adults now, literally.
Yeah.
And I feel like college. Okay, I know like some people don't go to college, some people do, but college
Mhm.
is a good way to learn your boundaries because you
It
either gonna
definitely
pass the
is.
class or fail the class.
You're
Go
gonna learn
like
your lesson.
you got to like that's that.
Yeah.
So thanks college for that. For that. Thanks for that.
I'm telling you, teaching you a lot. You're gonna be knowing about till afterwards.
Yeah.
But it'd be more of the outside than in the classroom, if you want to be honest. But
Mhm.
anyway. But you said professors, teachers, classmates, mentors. You said it's something else.
Yeah, but if I
But
mean, it was just
advice.
overall. You said
Hear me?
what? Which one?
I say yeah, like advisors and mentors. I think it's like the same thing as with your professors um or just like how we were saying with the other relationships, honestly. I think for advisors though, it's more of personal boundaries, to be honest, because I think you're closer to your advisor than you are to like your professors. Well, some advisors and mentors.
Yeah, and then advisors. Yeah, it depends on the type of advisor too, though.
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean, I was an advisor before, so I really don't want students contacting me, emailing, calling me all times of the night. So
Mhm.
that type of thing. You got to have a boundary within your students too. So
Yeah, or the opposite way too, like or with both, like how much are you going to share of your personal life with them? Like, is it just a strictly business thing, or is it business and personal relationship type of thing? So like that's a boundary. Like, what type of relationship are you going to have with your advisor and mentor and your student?
and that's why I like mentors, being a mentor versus being an advisor. I'll say that perspective is like mentor you're more freely of what you can share and what you can do, what type of relationship you really want versus advisor. It's still okay being an advisor, but like it's just rules behind what you can say.
Mhm.
So that's like the differences between them.
Mhm.
So y'all want to
Yeah.
know what's real? Let's talk.
I'll crack it
Let's
up.
talk.
Okay, so what about I mean, we now in this adult world. What about like coworkers, bosses, jobs, the boundaries with those? Let's speak about it. Let's talk about it, guys.
I'm sleep.
Not too close to your ass crack. Oh my god.
I'm going to sleep on this topic.
I'm, I ain't never coming back.
Because I don't know where to start with
mm, mm,
work
mm.
and coworkers and this
I'm cracking
topic
up.
is bad. I'm honestly serious. Like no, it's over exaggerating. I know I'm very extra and all, but I'm just trying to think in my mind how I'm gonna put this. Like with coworkers, I'll start out with coworkers before we take it up a notch. With
Okay, okay.
coworkers, I don't really have a problem with that. I mean, coworkers, you need to evenly put in what y'all supposed to do, especially you working as a team.
Mhm.
That boundary should be set in the beginning. One person, shouldn't be working as much or overworking the other person
And then
type
the
of
other
thing.
person. Yeah.
So yeah, with coworkers, it's not that bad. I feel like overly working yourself, um, gossip, gossip in the
Mm.
workplace, having that boundary and having that relationship. We ain't gotta be friends, but you're not about to sit here and go around here talking about me though. And these people don't even know you, so they gotta judge you in a way. So they gotta judge you somehow. They got to.
Mhm.
Like, ooh, what you got? Your nails long, or you came to work, you got your hair done, switch up the wig
Mhm.
every day.
Mhm.
Like, they got something in their head. They're talking about you. So it's gonna be drama at the workplace regardless. But okay, I'll let you touch on classmates because this other topic is look a bit
Okay,
much.
so coworkers and that part. Yeah, there's definitely boundaries, not just about like our workload and who's going to do what and making sure that you like actually do what you say you're going to do, but also like the boundary of what like what's being said in a workplace. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes people be sharing a lot or sharing too much, and you be like, all right. Like I think that that's a boundary too. Like only certain things need to be said at work, and then if you have that personal relationship with that person or whatever, then you can discuss more outside of like work area because you got to think about it like other people too, depending on what job you got. But also I think a boundary is like what you wearing and stuff to, work as well. Like that's a big thing because not only are people judging you, which doesn't matter, but more of like how you making yourself look is
Mm-hmm.
the more bigger issue or like thing that you should be paying attention to. But yeah, definitely like coworkers, boundaries. But there's I think nowadays it's kind of more lighting up where sometimes like coworkers go out. So like, are you going out with your coworkers? Are you not? Like, are you going to go have that drink? Are you drinking with your coworkers? Or are you just going to go out and eat? Or those are boundaries that you need to set because some people don't need to be drinking in front of their coworkers.
A lot of
So,
them business jobs, like they really have
and
that
they can't hold their
relationship.
liquor.
Yeah.
So like, that's a big thing. But yeah,
This
yeah.
take what movie was that? Obsessed with Beyonce
What?
Idris Elba.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Them
He's
Christmas
working
parties
with that
too.
tip. Yes, the retreat. The retreats overnight. But
Baby, what
they
you
pay
say?
way too much attention to you. You can really make any friends at a workplace. They be setting you up.
Yeah,
See.
some be genuine and some be saying you up.
And it's hard to
But
tell. So you're gonna have to test
yeah,
the water regardless. Because either you're
mhm,
gonna be the type person like I'm gonna come to work and just work and get the work done, Or you might be the type of person like, I'm gonna come to work and I want to network and I want to get to know you type of thing. So you gotta decide what type of person you is when you going to work. Really, for
Right.
real.
And all is fine. It's which one you want though.
Which one would you pick? I was just like,
Silly.
so on the flip side,
All right, what's on the flip side?
bosses,
Yeah,
supervisors,
right.
or anybody in that leadership position.
Preach. So
Let me tell y'all what I don't like. Let me tell y'all what I don't like. So setting boundaries with y'all should be met. I know, like in class, my minor was hospitality and tourism management. Talked about having that self evaluation that you fill out in the
hmm
beginning and feedback. We should have meetings. We should have these. Like my last job I had, it really was a good job because we used to have like a beginning of the year self evaluation, a mid year, a fight. Like we always knew the progress. We always had weekly meetings. We always knew what we wanted, what we didn't want, what to expect type of thing.
hmm
But a lot of jobs struggle with that. They struggle with that and communication and expecting you to do things. And what about when you hurt, or what about something actually happens to you and they still want you to work? Now that's a boundary I do not tolerate.
That's
Health
real.
comes first, y'all. Health comes first, y'all.
Can't
It
be said nothing
do.
different.
It do.
That's this so true.
So it's a lot more. I know you got some. I ain't even gonna sit here and just go crazy on that.
I'm
We got
cracking up. No,
we
you
got
wanted
it.
to hear what you had to say.
I'm gonna slow down because I might
She
get fired.
said,
I'm just playing. I ain't gonna get
okay,
fired.
but no, like, okay. So somewhat, maybe freaking up on it up. Oh, I'm dead. What was I about to say? Oh, all right. So some things I'm gonna say is due to my job. Some things are just experiences that I've had with other jobs or with people I've spoken to. So that is a warning before I go into it because I try to keep my job. Like I'm just playing.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm trying to stop
Hey,
this
Frank
episode is
already
over
know.
with
Like
because I'm ready.
Frank
I don't
already
care.
know.
Fire me.
You
I'm
feel
just
me? Okay.
she,
No,
she ain't on
don't
that.
fire.
Frick ain't on that, but I am.
Okay, don't fire me. But in everything, there's always some type of truth. And sometimes, no, for real, jobs need to hear some of these things though, for real, because they need to like correct it or pay attention to it. But
Yes.
whatever, boundaries.
I'm ready.
Obviously, so I have two different perspectives on the boundaries with bosses and just jobs overall. Because prior to my job that I have now, I've never had any other job that was really like hands on needed 24/7 type of thing. All my other jobs were more of like clock in, clock out. I'm here and I'm gone. Like how you were saying, like I'm just here to do my job. So with those jobs, like my boundary was like I was not setting any friends. I'm not trying to be your friend here. You know, I'm gonna talk to you if you want to talk to me about your life issues. I'm gonna respond. But like we're not really hanging out afterwards type of thing. And even with my bosses, it was like I respect you and we're here. How you doing? And it was the end of it. But now I have seen that it depends on how close your boss is with you, and that's like a boundary because you can have some bosses that kind of are more like family to you or that are just kind of closer to you. And so I think with that there needs to be boundaries that need to be set because you don't ever want to mix personal and business at all together, because even when it does mix, you somebody in that relationship needs to be the person that be like, hey, this boundary, like we're talking about personal things right now, let's keep it business and then let's discuss personal. But even what you were saying with like evaluations and communication, like that is something that boundaries need to be set. Like jobs need to set a boundary where people come in and know what they're doing and know their job. Should nobody be coming to no job and don't know what they're doing type of
Mm.
thing. So Yeah, I just feel like there definitely needs to be boundaries set. I think that honestly, boundaries with your bosses are a lot harder than your boundaries with your coworkers. I
Yes, it
think
is.
because your coworkers is it's somebody on your level basically, but your boss is a different level. So like the boundary, it has to be set. It has to be set so nobody cross no line.
Yeah. And the line will be crossed. Don't think you about to work and it's gonna just be peaches and cream. Like something is
Yeah.
going to happen at work. But just having those boundaries and having that communication, like you said, that limits a lot of things. So now I look at those like self evaluations and meetings like that, like this is like a contract type of thing. This is what you
Mhm.
said.
Mhm.
So if you go over what you said, I'm gonna tell you like what you said was wrong, and you should tell
Mhm.
me what I said was
Mhm.
wrong because this is what we agreed on. So you got to look at it like that.
Yeah, and I think it's just like a learning thing, like we've been saying this whole entire time. Like you learn a new boundary as something has been crossed, and you're like, not again. So let me draw this boundary now so that it does not happen again. But even with me, like I have to set like I work with kids, so I have to set boundaries with the kids. Like I love all of them dearly, give
Mm.
them my phone number, tell them they can contact me whenever. But like when I first started working, girl, I used to be answering the phone call. It used to be 11, 12 at night. If a child calling me or texting me, I used to be answering or like responding to them or to their parent if they text me at all different hours. Do you know what I do now? They can wait till tomorrow. If I don't feel like something is truly, truly happening where it's an emergency, I will call you back tomorrow. I will respond to that message tomorrow. Like those are boundaries. Your bosses and stuff or your coworkers emailing, texting you after work hours, y'all, boundaries.
Bro, that's why my phone be on do not disturb. Do not, do not do that. And then you gonna feel some type of way when I look at it and don't respond. Like, don't do that.
Right. But that's the truth. Do not disturb. Yeah.
It's a big
Y'all
one.
tell us.
Yeah, y'all tell us. It's a big one. I'll leave that one last. I'll kind of transition to another one we should talk
Oh,
about a little bit, but I'll leave that one last. But
oh gosh.
church members. Let's
Okay.
talk about that first. Let's talk about church first.
Ooh, that's deep.
Let's talk about
um,
church.
boundaries, church. Obviously, there's boundaries like things that you should not do at church. However, um, now that I'm more like involved in church, I don't see it as a coming in and out. I see them more as family now. So your boundary kind of changed because you start to talk to them more, hang out with them more. But I do think that for each church member is different. Like some members you would hang out with them or talk to them about certain things. Other church members, it's how you doing? And that's it. Like different members, different boundaries. What you thinking?
My mind is all over the place. I feel like I know I'm
Mhm.
thinking technical, but when you want to join a specific church
Mhm.
or you want to go to a specific church, visit a specific church, I feel like churches should have what would this be called? Like something that we know what is the purpose of this church? What is your purpose? What is your foundation? We know what it is, like praising the Lord, but
Mhm.
churches come with so much extraness that goes on that boundaries going to be crossed every single day. So when
Mhm.
the pastor is preaching, or the speaker, like they need to set boundaries of like what should go on, what shouldn't go on. Make some type of document. We already read the Bible. Y'all
Mhm.
need to have something like this is what's tolerated, what this is what's not, and let your visitors know, let your members know, let them know like ahead of time. And
I
churches don't
think
do that though.
yeah, I think it's a I think those are very unspoken. Like they are really like I think a lot with churches is that it's a lot of assumptions because they they're either you came to church with someone, so you can learn from that person, or you have come like you have come many times now where you know for yourself. I think that is really like, which I do think there are some things that they should say out loud, but I think that a lot of it is unspoken. It's like a catch it, like catch the
Mm-hmm.
hint type of thing. But a lot of new churches are different now because they're more like having a website and online and very like,
Mm.
you know,
That's
on the
helpful though.
internet. So I think, yeah, I think the thought has changed a lot with churches though,
And
and
that's
they
better
show
in
more.
picking what church you want to go to. Like if you go
Mhm.
online, you see what they about. Like we just go to churches, we don't know no background or nothing on what's
Mhm.
going on other than what people say.
Yeah.
If people gonna say anything about anything. So but another thing that I was going to mention, what was it? I hope I didn't lose my thought about church.
Right. The last.
Oh, like
What?
with church, I feel
Mhm.
like you know how churches should be more welcome, me,
Mhm.
not judgy, that type of thing. So like when things happen to your members, like having a boundary, not even having a boundary, opening up more. Like we're in a
Mhm.
pandemic. We have these members. We should be reaching out. People are losing jobs. People are losing all types of things. So
Yeah.
those boundaries, if you was tight like that, or if you did have an open relationship, what are you doing now? Like we are still a
Mhm.
family type of thing. So that's what I was thinking about. That's what I was
Yeah.
thinking about. Like, how open are you? And we were this close, right before all of this was happening. So,
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's just with members, because like even when I look at my church, like you see where, like I said, some boundaries are they a family, and you see them with each other outside of church, and then you see where some aren't, like there's church family, but like where that's it, like more of just in the church type of thing. So, but there are boundaries that could be set in church for sure.
yeah. Lastly, what you think the last one is?
Girl, family,
Just circle it around in a circle. See, family, we were supposed to be like this. Family.
blood.
But I look at some family members like they're just people now. You just got
Mm,
to.
mm.
It's it's it's
Because of
hard
experience
because of experience. Just like we
that
said,
made you
setting
set that
goals with
boundary.
boundaries, and once you realize how much and what they done to you, and even when you set
Hmm.
that boundary, it's like,
Hmm.
wow.
I think that the one thing that is different with family that's not with anything else is that family don't respect boundaries as much as any other relationship, for the simple fact that they believe that when you set that boundary and it has been crossed, that we're blood, so we're all good in the neighborhood and everything's just fine, and we're going to move past this. And yes, we can move past it, but it's more of an acknowledgement and you saying that I messed up, or dang, I did cross your boundary, my bad. But I don't think that there is no apologies or no want to speak about what happened in families, because it's we're blood, so we're good. Like there's nothing else to it. Where in other relationships, they're gonna respect it because it ain't just an unspoken, oh, we blood, we gonna come back. Like I think that's the one difference with family and every other relationship.
I like that. I like that because that's true. They gonna keep
Mhm.
crossing you. Family is
Mhm.
going to keep testing you. Period. Because we're blood. So now you just gotta think like, am I gonna keep letting these like family members use me
Mhm.
and the boundaries and the things I respect and the thing my wishes, or am
Right.
I gonna treat them like other people? And then when you do that,
They
whew,
feel some type of way.
and it's sad. It
Yeah.
it, it ain't got to a point where things change.
Yeah,
within
and I
families.
think that I think some family members will respect you, and that even if they have seen that they have crossed it, and they see how upset you are about it, and that you have, wanting to have a conversation about, like, dang, you just, crossed my boundary, like, you just crossed that line or whatever, and they are starting to respect that boundary, that shows how much love they got for you. Like, it shows that, dang, like, I really, messed up, and I want to do better moving forward, or I don't want to cross that line, or I know what the boundaries are now with that person, where other people, mm-mm.
Yeah,
But
family a different breed. I ain't gonna lie.
yeah,
And
yeah,
the message to that, like moving forward, as you said, and goals within family, y'all just set them and stick to them, or you just gonna be like having a good heart is hard within family, and being a good person is very, very hard. So set
I
them.
feel like those are the ones that have to set boundaries more, are the ones that have good hearts, like, or just care so much for people. And it's like you have to set that boundary so that you don't hurt yourself in the process of caring so much for that person. Because if you truly care, you have to let go to know that that it's gonna be fine, regardless if that's there or not. But you're gonna have to set that boundary, because if you don't, they're not gonna care. They're gonna continue to cross it.
And
They're gonna
continue
continue to do that.
and keep doing it. You may think
Hmm.
they done, think they changed. Here we go again.
Yeah.
Sorry to say, y'all, but blood, the saying used to be like blood thicker than water and all of that. Be hard out here.
Right. And every family's different.
Hmm.
Some families are like, we blood, and we thick. We there no matter what. And other families, it's like, nah, I've been hurt too many times. I need to set these boundaries. Like,
Yes. And
that's
that's
different
just
for each
your
family.
tolerance of what you're willing to take, for real.
Handle, yeah. Mhm. You
Look.
know when it's enough is enough. You will feel that feeling. And that's with any relationship. You will feel that feeling when you know you gotta put your foot down.
So that's the freak tips.
Oh, that's the tip. That is the tip of the day. You will know when it's time to set that boundary. When not only did that person cross your line, but when you had enough, like, you're done with it. Like, I'm through.
I totally agree. I totally agree.
Yeah.
I definitely agree. I feel like personally, I done reached. It took years and years and years for me to get to that point. So I definitely agree.
Or, and the last tip is just like, set boundaries even when nothing has happened yet. Like, I've learned that now sometimes I have to set boundaries for myself. The preset boundaries is more for myself, because I want to make sure that when I go and do this next thing or so, like, that I know what my boundaries are. And it just shows how much of respect you have for yourself. When you have respect for yourself, other people is gonna respect you and your boundaries. But if you can't respect yourself and you can't respect your own boundaries, why you think the person next to you is gonna, respect them?
Okay.
You but that's it.
Okay.
That's it. That's
I feel that
it.
too. That was that. Okay. Let me think. As far
Okay.
as tips, what other tips you got? And that was it.
That's it. That's it. That's the
I
juice of the
feel
day.
like I got one tip, and this is okay. Spectacular. Shout out
Hmm.
to Spectacular Smith, my mentor. So
Yes, co-sponsor on the Cloud Podcast, LLC.
definitely gonna tag you this week.
Okay.
Literally, one thing he has said that has got to me, and that's something I want to share with everybody of what they should do with setting
Hmm.
boundaries. That he said is when you set a boundary with anybody, have someone that you're close to, connect with, reliable. Like have that person tell your boundary to that person. So whenever you break
Mm.
that boundary, have that person hold you accountable for your actions. So
Mm.
he gave an example like with my mentor, if I did this and I said I was gonna do this, I gotta pay him $50. I gotta pay him $100 every time I break that. So if
Mm.
I don't want to keep being broke and giving them my money, then I'm gonna stick to these. Like, you have to find something to make you stick to your word, because we'll go over our
Mm-hmm.
word any day, any day.
That's real.
On a good day, on a drunk day, on a high day, whatever day it is, we gonna go over our word. Like, it's gonna
Yeah.
happen. So start having somebody you trust hold you accountable for basically what you say. So
That's some gems right there.
might have to pick you. Got a lot. But no, we sat down like, yes, I get a lot done if money was involved.
Yeah. Or if
In
people held me
general,
accountable, like
yes.
what? Cause it's like that one thing, last thing. It's like when you at the gym and you working out, and if nobody paying attention, you gonna slack. You gonna take 5 different breaks doing that one set because ain't nobody paying attention. But if you working out and it's packed in that gym and you looking in the mirror and you see this person and that person kind of looking at you, you giving it your all. You don't want to look like you weak. You don't want to look like you slacking. You don't want to look like you off your game. You doing all sets, all reps right away, so there ain't nobody trying to say nothing to you. So you got to think about that in your everyday life. Like, look at it as you got people around you 24/7, and so you gonna hold yourself accountable too. That's real though, but yeah, that's
Yes.
some good. That's
That's why I
good.
be listening now, like trying to get
Mhm.
advice. That's
That's good.
this episode is good. So if y'all got this far, you made it.
Thank you.
You made
Set them boundaries.
it.
Nigga, you made it. I cannot stand her at all.
I'm done.
Wait,
I'm
so
done.
we have to do our unforgettable quote.
Of the week.
Right. Don't cross that line. So here we go. You don't know until you know. I know we all feel that people should know our boundaries without having to speak about them. But we cannot always blame others when they cross the line, when the line was never drawn out. If you want people to respect your boundaries, then set them. Freak and Freck Boulevard.
Okay. We ended the episode. It's don't cross the line. Literally, do not cross the line. And as Frick said, set those boundaries up front. You really ain't gotta worry about too many people crossing the line. So that's the
Okay.
solution to the problem of this episode.
And don't cross
Literally.
me and freaking Freck.
Oh
We
yeah,
coming
don't
for
yeah.
y'all. So I was just
Oh
playing.
yeah. No, no.
All
No,
seriousness.
I'm not coming. I'm not coming, but it's going to hurt. Whatever I'm doing is going to hurt. It's going to hurt. So, kind of close. I want to thank y'all for
Yes,
tuning
yes.
in. Thanks for listening. Make sure y'all follow. Wait, do we got any last like events or things going on? Like, should be touching on that. I sure got a lot before I close.
Well, for me, watch out this week. I'm dropping a new episode video on my YouTube channel. So make sure y'all go tune in to that as Zakia Chanel TV. And I do have a special event that's gonna be coming up in a few weeks. However, it's still in the mix of getting set up, so I ain't gonna speak about it until everything gets together, and then I'll let y'all know.
Okay. Well, just
What about you?
speaking it, we always drop on Sundays, but kind of tuning in Sunday. Grand Valley back. Welcome all the students to
Hey,
Grand
welcome back.
Valley. I'll see y'all,
Freshman.
campus life night. Try to network, get to know y'all. What else? Um, the festival in Benton Harbor. I
Mm-hmm.
will be in attendance. Definitely can't wait to see y'all in the Benton Harbor area. It's a festival that Wilson is putting on, Wilson Chandler. And he got a lot of artists coming and performing. So make sure y'all check that out. What else? What else? What else? I don't know. That was it. And yeah, stay tuned because that branded business is in the works.
Period,
Tune
period,
in
period.
late. Hope you can stay the live so I can watch it later. We
Oh yeah,
always
most
save them
definitely.
because this is a good one. I ain't gonna lie to
Yes, yes.
you.
Oh, and last thing too, before we give y'all where y'all can follow us at, If y'all need anybody to host an event, if y'all looking for some hosts, Freaking Frack is at your door, at your service. We can host any event that y'all need. Just let us know, and we'll be there.
And I ain't done.
Oopsie.
Some interviews. Oh my
Yes.
goodness, y'all booking them up. I'm getting to know a lot of artists in the area and around the world. So if you're a business owner, artist, influencer, model, whatever, definitely hit us up for interviews. So okay, thanks for tuning in, and make sure y'all go follow On the Cloud Podcast on Instagram at On the Cloud Podcast, on Facebook at On the Cloud LLC, on Twitter at Frick_Frack Boulevard, and on our YouTube channel at Frickin' Frack Boulevard, and all of the streaming platforms. We're on Spotify. We're on Apple. We're on SoundCloud. We're on Breakout. We're on everywhere. Because I'm about to be up in the thing. Y'all know I'll be rapping now.
Hey.
I'll be
Hey.
rapping now.
Hey. Hey.
I'm done. Let me get out of here.
I'm through. All right, y'all. Yeah, follow us on all of our platforms. Follow me _Kia Z, KIAAZ on Instagram, Facebook, Kia Brewer, Snapchat, Fabulous Kia _4, YouTube, Zakia Chanel TV. How about you, Frack?
Oh Lord. Oh shoot, I still got news. It's my turn. If you in Bill Harbor area, I got the bakery going.
Oh yes. Come on now. What is he doing? Like what are we doing here?
We should have been.
We tripping for real.
It's a lot going
y'all.
on. But I've been making desserts weekly. So if you're in the Ben Harbor area on Sundays, so I don't know what's on the menu next week, but this week we got banana pudding, banana split pie, peach cobbler every week. Slushy's back to, get to the fall weather. But yeah, make sure y'all follow me. I'm about to go up on the gram, so get there at the.real.quiche and TikTok at the.real.quiche. I haven't really been on there, but gotta get back. Twitter, _Quiche. Facebook, Keisha Jones. That's about Snapchat, KeyZKey123. And thanks, y'all, for tuning in. I'm having a good Friday. Now
I'm through. All right. See y'all. Thank you for tuning in. Peace.